Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown was in the news a while back because people thought she said that she wanted her character 11 to die in the final season of Stranger Things. Turns out, that's not exactly true. And now, the actress has clarified her statement and discussed some other interesting details that we're sure you'd love to know. So, let's take a look at everything that Millie said. First off, she doesn't actually want 11 to die in Stranger Things. Recently, while talking to Total Film, the 18-year-old actress clarified that she didn't actually want 11 to die in Stranger Things' final season. Most fans thought that she wanted her character to bite the bullet because of something she said during Season 4's press tour. Back in May, many outlets discussed comments that Brown made which seemed to indicate that she was on board for killing 11 and some other characters in Stranger Things. Millie apparently stated that back then that there were too many characters on the show and that the Duffer brothers needed to start eliminating a few of them. Millie has now added to this statement, and apparently, a lot of outlets took it out of context. The actress mentioned that she says a lot of things under her breath and then people go ahead and print them. They're not really meant to be taken seriously, as it was really just a joke. By the time she can clarify that she wasn't serious, it's already the front page news in multiple outlets, and so the actress found herself just slightly annoyed with the whole thing. She also stated that she doesn't really know what fate she wants for 11 in the finale of Stranger Things. But ultimately, the choice isn't really up to her. It's up to the Duffer brothers. So whatever ends up happening, it'll likely be just as much of a surprise to Brown as it will be to us, the audience. Next, one of Brown's co-stars did want their character to die in the final season. While Millie's comments may have been misinterpreted by the media, it turns out there is in fact a person in the show's cast that has their eyes set on death of their own character. And this is none other than Maya Hawke, who plays Robin on the show. A while ago, Robin talked with Rolling Stone and stated that she was hoping that Robin would be one of the few characters to die in the final season. We're sure that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for most fans. Despite how late into the series Robin was added, she quickly went up the ladder and has now become one of the best characters on the show. Maya stated that she wanted Robin to have a hero's moment. She wants to go out in a blaze of glory and truly get her time in the spotlight, even if her character ends up dying in the process. Deaths like these are pretty common in Stranger Things. Just in Season 4, we saw Eddie Munson bravely sacrifice his whole life while rocking out to an amazing guitar. Though it's possible that Maya might not be able to get the end she wants for her character, she added that the love that the Duffer brothers have for their characters is amazing, and they're likely not going to go off killing all of them unless there's a good enough reason. So whatever end Robin may get, it'll probably be fitting and satisfying for the audience. We should also mention our top picks for characters who might live and die in Season 5. Let's be real, no one really knows who's safe and who isn't except for the writers. But that isn't going to stop us from claiming our picks for the characters that aren't going to make it out alive in the end. Starting off, we think Joyce, Will, and Hopper are probably safe. These three have dealt with one traumatic situation after the next since the show began. Hopper especially went through a hellish situation all throughout Season 4, and we don't think that after facing all that, the writers would just decide to kill him. 11 and Mike will also make it to the end. The duo has been the heart and soul of the show from the start, and we think it makes sense if they ended up together and were safe in the end. Moving on to some of the characters who aren't that safe. Max is probably in some danger. When last we saw, she was in a coma. She's definitely going to return in some way for the fight season, but we have big doubts that she'll be completely alright. Some fans have even speculated that she was in fact meant to die, but the Duffer brothers didn't have the heart to take such a drastic step, and so the coma was the next best option. Everyone else can also be killed depending on the scene and situation. Steve Harrington was definitely getting some death flags in Season 4. Let's see if those follow him all the way to the final season. Plus, how far along is the development of Season 5? We don't really know a whole lot about the 5th and final season of Stranger Things. Pre-production is apparently already underway based on the Stranger Things writers account on Twitter. The writing team for the show tends to share some brief updates on where they're at, and just recently, they gave us a tweet captioned, Day 1, which indicated that the writing process had begun. We also got confirmation from the account that the final season will have 8 episodes, and that they have divided the season up into a bunch of grids. The account later posted a picture of the same grid, except now it'd been filled in with plot points and potential spoilers from the season. As you'd expect, it was blurred out entirely so fans wouldn't end up finding out every detail before it actually gets shown to us. But that really didn't stop fans from zooming into the picture and using all kinds of tools to unblur it a bit and find out what was going to happen to their favorite characters in the show's final season. Hey, we can't really blame their excitement. If you managed to find out how to unblur that picture, please do let us know. Many fans also had fun posting edited versions of the board with their own theories and ideas. It's safe to say the hype surrounding the show's final season is beyond massive. Moving on, is the series getting a spin-off? Netflix is clearly not intending to end the Stranger Things franchise with its 5th season. People have been hotly anticipating learning more about the upcoming Stranger Things spin-off ever since Netflix made the announcement. So far, we don't really know what it's going to be about, or if it'll be set in the past or the future. But one thing is certain, it's going to be set in the world of Stranger Things and will probably add more details to the long-running mystery in the series. And so, we can't help but wonder that maybe not all of our questions about the Upside Down and its origin will be answered by the end of the show. Maybe the writers may want to keep some of those secrets safe for the spin-off whenever that arrives. Plus, the writers may also want to save the lives of some of the best characters, in case they may need to appear in a potential spin-off. While seeing Steve die would be a huge gut punch, we're not sure the writers would want to lose out on his character on future projects. And so, it's likely that many of the cast members will make it out alive in the end. That said, even if the characters survive, the actors may not be too keen on returning. Millie recently stated that she's just so focused on Enola nowadays, so she's not sure she'd be up for even more Stranger Things in the future. She added she was fine with getting replaced by someone else. Finally, here are some of our best spin-off ideas. Fans have been having a blast coming up with some of their favorite spin-off ideas for Stranger Things, and we've joined in on the fun. We'd definitely love to see a series where the Hawkins crew just goes around hunting monsters. We don't really think the Upside Down will be gone entirely by the end of the show. And so, it's possible that other places in the US might have a Demogorgon problem. Having Nancy, Robin, and Steve work as a ragtag team of monster hunters going after different creatures that are coming out of the Upside Down sounds so fun. That said, we might end up going back in the past in the spin-off too. Fans have stated that they wanted to learn more about the lab where Eleven was raised. Seeing the past of Martin Brenner and Sam Owens could be fun. Dr. Brenner is already set to get a comic book series about his past, so maybe we won't see a whole new show about him. Of course, we may end up getting a series on the other numbered children that were trained alongside Eleven. They were shown in a Season 2 episode, so they're definitely out there. That's a wrap for this video. We'll see you in the next one.